Okay, Cat Williams is speaking out, and coming for Diddy, we have a new lawsuit that has also come out. Hey guys, this is Murad Morali, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. Now, before I get into these hot topics, let's talk about a specific alleged victim who was the second, I believe, or third person to ever come out against Diddy after Cassie, and there were pictures of her sitting on Diddy's lap in Diddy's studio in New York, and her face was blurred out. Now, allegedly, it looks like she's spoken out to a content creator, a YouTuber on this platform, and he is called Lionel B, and this woman has done an interview with him, and she is stating that she is the individual who was that girl. I'm honestly finding this hard to believe, because I don't think that Douglas Wigdor would allow his client to do an interview, especially because the case, from what I know of, has not been settled, has not been solved. You know, she hasn't received any financial compensation. They've been going back and forth. It hasn't settled in any capacity, and I believe it's pending because he's dealing with criminal charges. So I don't believe that Douglas Wigdor would allow his client to do YouTube interviews. I just don't think that, or YouTube's just interviews in general, I just don't think that that would make sense to me. I believe this woman's story, because it definitely seems, the way she's speaking, the flow, the emotions, everything, and we can get into it in a separate video, you know, to discuss that separately, but I just honestly find it hard to believe that Douglas Wigdor would allow any of his clients to do so, because if you look at the trajectory of that man and all of his clients that he's had pre-Cassie, to Weinstein and etc., he's never had any of his clients do interviews, stuff like that. Like, that's not how he runs. So to me, it's just very interesting. I don't understand it. You know, a lot's going on, a lot of people are taking it in, and I'm just saying there's nothing wrong in taking it in, but we should also always question our sources 24/7 as well, because you never know. I don't know, it's, that video is a lot. I haven't looked at it all, but if what they're saying, if this is all true, J-Lo, count your days. Do you understand? Clive Davis, all of you lot, count your days. But to be honest with you, I don't think Douglas Wigdor would allow his clients to do so. He hasn't in the past. He wouldn't do it now. Like, I don't know, like, I'm not buying it as of right now. That's just my personal opinion. For those of you who are all asking me to look at it and read it and etc., I don't think Douglas Wigdor will allow her to do that, because even Cassie hasn't done that. Anyways, let's get into this video and discuss everything else, because Cat Williams is not holding back, and I love to see it, because when Cat Williams speaks, I definitely listen. Cat Williams explains why he included Diddy in his portal of hate during Club Shay Shay episode. He began his explanation by mentioning his connection with Tupac. So when I was a young man, Tupac was my favorite artist. I loved Tupac, and I felt like we were kindred spirits. So if I hear that Diddy actually is responsible for knocking my end off, he said, referring to ongoing speculation that Diddy may have been involved in Pac's death. I don't give a F what job I end up being in. I don't care about things go. If I can get away to get you, that's what I'm all about. I just don't like you walking around scot-free. He is calling Diddy a demon in this new article. He says, because you're a demon, and I know demons are powerful, but I know why they're powerful. It's cold spiritual warfare going on out here in the real world, and part of my job is to not lose focus on that at all. So that is why, you know, Cat Williams spoke on Diddy on that episode that went absolutely viral, especially everything going on with Diddy, and that he believes that Diddy is a demon. From what he's saying, he definitely believes Diddy has a connection with the involvement of Tupac's murder and death, and he says that Diddy is dealing with spiritual warfare, and that he definitely is a demonic entity. So these are some strong words that Cat Williams is saying about Diddy, but I feel like Cat has substance. He's got the proof to back it up. He's got the life to back it up. All of it is there to see. And when Cat Williams speaks, I feel like he was the one that really opened the rupture of 2024 to cause all of this madness. He said that this is the year that all of this is going to go down. This is the year where everything is going to begin. Don't get it twisted. This is the year that it begins. It doesn't begin and end this year. It just begins this year. And he was saying that very much so. And, you know, I think that he's very much right. He has all of the experience, and he's a very credible individual. I'm not saying that he's faultless or an angel. No, nobody is. But, you know, I feel like him coming out flat out to say that he believes Diddy's involved in XYZ and also a demon, heavy words, heavy allegations. But for one time when Gene Deal was saying 2 days ago that this man was on the floor with smoke coming out, sacrificing a bird, and then getting off scot-free while Shine was locked in, crazy. Read Online are reporting that J-Lo is basically panicking, and that she is trying her best to cut any ties to P. Diddy because she's trying her best to avoid a PR disaster, which she feels like basically is imminent, and she's basically on the edge, about to fall off. This is basically what this is giving in regards to a PR disaster right around the corner, which is probably a better analogy to use. My bad, because everything with Ben Affleck went left, and of course her career basically has gone left as of right now, and so the last thing that she needs is for this Diddy stuff to really take on. And right now there are stories, everything is really bubbling under for J-Lo. Nothing really is out there that is directly affecting her career, in my opinion. As of right now, everything is bubbling under, but all it will take is one lawsuit to come forth with her name being mentioned, which could then end up in catastrophic waves of madness. And I feel like she knows that something is about to take place or is around the corner, and therefore she's very quiet because she does not want to address anything in regards to Diddy and create that PR disaster. Now, Daily Mail are reporting in regards to another lawsuit that has taken place. A minor girl at a white party in the Hamptons. Sean Diddy is facing yet another SA lawsuit, this time from a former model who claims that she was just 17 years old when she attended one of the rapper's infamous white parties in the Hamptons. The unidentified accuser said she attended the A-list bash at Combs Mansion in LA. The event, Business Insider is reporting, if the event was lavishly decorated, featured live music and etc. We know how his parties go at this point. Many unsuspecting individuals like plaintiff were recruited to attend these parties. The suit goes on to claim that the alleged victim was drugged with a spiked drink and ultimately lost consciousness. Combs told plaintiff that she would be in danger if she spoke about what had happened, stating that Diddy ran New York and would absolutely ruin her life. At this point, plaintiff recognized that at least Combs had essayed her while she was unconscious, and therefore she has feared for her life. It is unclear from court documents how the victims was able to determine that the hip-hop mogul was the one who essayed her, but it says she agreed not to speak to police about what had taken place in exchange for her cell phone and her purse, which she was forced to hand over upon arrival at the party, according to Washington Post. She was allegedly escorted to a hotel in East Hampton, and this suit is one of the more 20 civil suits filed on behalf of alleged Diddy victims by Texas lawyer Tony Busby. So again, we have another minor. Who is filing a lawsuit at the time, again taking place at one of his white parties. So these white parties are back in the spotlight. The celebrity friends are all back in the spotlight. What was going on? What is happening? My thing is this. If these lawsuits are creeping out now, and especially minors, which they have been over the past couple of weeks about these white parties, when are we going to start getting those lawsuits at those brunches? Because I damn well know something was going on wrong at those brunches. I definitely feel like something, if it's happening at these white parties, why wouldn't it happen at other celebrity events? There's also another guy, his name's gone off of my head, who does white parties now as well with many celebrities, and I feel like, well, what is going on there? So I just feel like now all of these major celebrity parties, functions, brunches, definitely things went down absolutely 110%. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this quick video, under 10 minutes, getting you all the information out there. Back onto my first topic of this video. I just feel like Douglas Wigdall would not allow his clients to speak publicly about their court cases when nothing has been settled. I feel like it would absolutely damage the case, and Diddy's attorneys can use it against them for the fact that they didn't get the gag order, but the gag order was about the criminal cases, not the civil cases, and this person speaking up could absolutely affect their case. So I'm just very bemused by that whole thing. Very confused. Maybe some of you guys can enlighten me down below, but I don't think Douglas Wigdall would do that. He is representing her as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, it's nowhere on documents or papers that he's let her go. I don't think that would be the case, but the way this woman is telling her story to me is very real, but at the same time, I definitely feel like Douglas is not going to allow that to take place. I just don't see that. I don't see that happening, guys. I'm so sorry. I just don't see that happening. Cassie would have came out with a book by now. She would have done an interview with Oprah by now. Ain't none of that's happened, because Douglas ain't letting that happen as of right now. So if he's not going to let Cassie do that, why would he let any of his other active clients do that? I just don't understand, guys. It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if anybody's on the same train as me, or am I the only one left on this train and all of you have gotten off and don't agree with what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just a thought, and that's definitely what I'm thinking of right now. Let me know your thoughts when it comes to this. Do subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.